What's up guys? So today is a different one. Today is PC day. How to make sense of all this is, let's kind of break down what this is. So today I went to, well, I don't know what it is in your area, but like Fry's Electronics. So here we have Micro Center. It's basically just a place where I sell a bunch of computer parts. I'm building a badass PC today, and here's why. So on top of this YouTube thing I do, running car shows, I also am a videographer and I love it. I have a huge passion for it. But I have 3 or 4 year old Mac and it runs good. Like I can edit vlogs on it easy, but whenever I start using a lot of different effects and I get into bigger files, and now that I'm kind of dabbling around with 4K for clients, my Mac can't handle it at all. I've had a Premiere crash a number of times and I don't want to waste my time trying to learn Final Cut Pro. So I went and I finally bought all the different components to make a badass, basically a workstation for me to edit on. We have just about everything we need. The only thing that I'm missing is I have a keyboard on order, and I have 2 very nice panels that are supposed to be getting here maybe in like 4 or 5 days, maybe next week, but I'll do another video on that when that comes in. But today I have Trob with me and I have my brother. My brother is like a PC god. Without further ado, let's get to it. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're laying our parts out on here because Gabe's gonna be building the majority of it, and he's got to ground himself to this. So the case that I got is a S340 Elite. It's a mid-tower. I just know that because it says mid-tower. And pretty much. What was I gonna get?
A Corsair 460X Lux.
That. But we saw this one. It's relatively new, and thought it was a good idea to go with this.
Overall, it's just a really good board. We have USB Type-C, USB 3.1 USB 3.1 Type A. So we have plenty of fast connectivity, and everything's pretty solid on this board, and it looks great. It's sort of some of the retarded shit I hate when manufacturers do. So on this piece of plastic right here, there's a triangle that's going to match it to a triangle on the processor, telling you which place to put it in. Mm-hmm. The triangle, you can hardly see it. It's right there, and it's the same color as everything else.
Oh yeah.
So
you got to use that. You got to use that heat stuff on the when you put the processor, the fan on the processor, don't you?
Yeah, thermal paste.
Thermal paste, whatever the heck it's called. I don't know what it's called.
If you're talking about like
a heat gun or something. No, not a heat gun. I'm talking about like.
So I'm gonna kind of be going through these parts as we go. If you're interested in all the parts that I use for this build, I'm gonna link everything down below with the name and an affiliate link. So if you're interested in building a PC, everything will be in the description down below.
Even though I wash my hands, obviously your hands have oils on them, and if you get it on top of the processor and you put that thermal paste on top, you could potentially ruin the actual contacts, and then you'll get higher temps, and you could just dirty the CPU. And with AMD, the most important thing is that, I'll show you. So Intel uses contact pads, which means this has little, like tiny little pins on the back that are going to go into all these little holes. Intel uses contact pads, which is much better because it means there's almost no risk of you accidentally brushing one of these pins and bending it.
Yeah.
If you bend one of these pins, this is screwed. It's like, this is probably the most dangerous part of the build, is literally just getting this and that. I don't even like the way this is in here. God damn it, I do not like this socket.
Is it in? I don't know. No, it doesn't look like it. Is it? Oh, now it's in. Now it's in.
Okay. Now you. This is also a scary part because it's gonna feel like you're breaking something, but after it's in, get this retention arm. You gotta force it back down under that. And your processor is installed.
All right, we're done.
Step one.
Step one.
Step one.
Step one of like 15. So 220 watts. This has a TDP of 95 watts, and this has far better performance. So this isn't that hard. It's just one of the most annoying fucking things to do because every cooler has a different mounting method, and they're all annoying.
As knowledgeable as Gabe is, he still needs a little help from time to time.
Oh yeah. It's just, here's the thing, this isn't glue, so like
Slippery.
It's slick, yeah. So you're trying to adjust this shit and you're like, God damn it, I'm smearing shit everywhere, but really it's fine, it just doesn't feel fine.
so easy. Just like, oh yeah, just tighten it up.
Okay.
That's my boy fan mounted, bro.
Now we pray that this fan does not encroach on our ramp.
I don't know, that looks pretty close. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, we gotta hope it doesn't, because this is a tall ramp.
Oh, really? That's one piece?
That's 2.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
It can't fit.
what?
So maybe you should have listened to the ramp on first.
Maybe I should. Even then, though, how would I have mounted the cooler?
Yeah, I know, it wouldn't have fit on top. But we would have found out first.
Yeah.
Rip.
And we've run into our first hiccup. So, because of the RAM slots and the way that the RAM slots are mounted right so close to this cooler, we don't have the clearance to put all 4 of them here. So, tomorrow I need to return the RAM that I got and get only 2 sticks of RAM, but that can go up to 32 gigs. And that's what we originally were gonna do, but we were talked into this other RAM. It's a little better, and it's RGB, which just means it lights up and does some stupid fancy shit like that. But I mean, that's not a big deal to me. I could care less about if my computer can do rainbows and things like that. So we're gonna return that tomorrow and then proceed with the build. All right, we'll be right back. And we're back. So it's the next day. We went back to Micro Center and we got this. So this is 2 sticks of 16 gigs. Well, it's one stick has 16, the other one has 16, so this is 32 gigs of RAM. So we'll only be using 2 slots, so it should pass our cooler. Let's get to it. So are these any better or worse than what we had yesterday?
Should be around the same.
What was different other than the RGB?
Probably like the actual memory type that's in it. Like who made the memory, but of course there's one of the top brands, so like that's
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
It's been like 45 minutes. What we've done so far is we got the motherboard in there and we had to take out these 2 fans up here, adjust the cooler right, and sticks of RAM are now not bothering anyone or anything. Oh, we're gonna mess with the power supply. So I think we're gonna mount that down here. It's been kind of a task to kind of film and do this at the same time, but here's what we got. So we got the SSD put down. We have most of our stuff wired in. Got our power supply in. We got most of the stuff wired from the power supply into our motherboard, CPU, this, all this here. I think next what we have to do is we have to put the graphics card in. What I'm gonna do for the rest of the time is I'm gonna put this down and I'm gonna kind of do like a time lapse so that way you can kind of see what the rest of what we're doing. I think all we really have to do is just a bit more cable management and put in our badass 1080 graphics card. So, yeah. Okay, we're almost at the moment of truth here. So we've got everything hooked up, at least we think. We're hooking it up to this kind of crappy monitor I have. I have my brother's keyboard. And yeah, we're just gonna see if it starts up. Fingers crossed.
we're on now. Everything's plugged in.
Yeah, see the graphics card, a little light, yeah.
Okay.
I don't see anything on the motherboard.
Alright, 3, 2, 1.
Motherboard's lit. Oh shoot, that looks badass. Holy crap.
I'm just fucking happy it's booted. If it would have booted, it's been like, nah.
Whoa.
Oh, there's the BIOS. Where's the mouse?
What is the mouse?
Yeah.
So thank God it booted up and everything. Now we're putting Windows on it right now. little Windows thing in there, but everything is running as it should. It's running properly. And my God, what a beast that 1080 looks. Oh, nice. Oh, man. So that pretty much wraps up our PC build for today. It actually took like, all this took like 5 hours. There was a good bit of stuff I didn't record just because it was like, this is the first time my brother had built a computer on his own. We had a different power source that used a number of different cables. So we were really referencing one other video that really helped us with most of this build. So the link to that's gonna be over here. If you have this case or if you have the power plant or whatever, I'll show you what we use. But that pretty much wraps up this whole thing. We ran into a couple of challenges, but we just about got them all resolved. Now all I'm waiting for is my keyboard, this is my brother's, and my 2 monitors that should be in soon. I'm so excited to have this. This is gonna make my editing, like the post-production part of videos, such an easier, it's gonna make it so much more easier. Thank y'all for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you loved it, sub. I'll catch you on the next one.